We in session and cause number 330288. Case is style of state of Texas versus Joseph Lynn Socia. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Socia?
Fine, are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Socia, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Jack Lawrence, Attorney Lawrence. How you doing?
Just fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Socia's case is on the court's announcement docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have an announcement you'd like to make?
Well, we have applied for the Batterers Intervention Program, and I haven't done that in quite a while, but I believe we just.
Okay. Okay, let's give him a reset second week in December. The reason why we're saying that is because they normally have sign up the first week. The next one is gonna be in December, so if he gets in, they may sign him up and then we'll come back and we'll know whether or not he's in the program or not. If he's not, then we'll have to reset it again.
I need to ask him, what would be the best reset day in the week in terms of your job?
It don't matter during the week. I mean, I can take off.
It's December 13th.
Okay,
What day is
That's
that?
our pre-trial conference. That's the doc we normally put those on December 13th.
what is it, Thursday or Friday or
It's a
what?
Monday.
It's Monday.
That'd be fine.
Okay. Okay, case is reset to December 13th of 2021. Give you a chance and opportunity to apply and I guess hear back from the BIP program. Mr. Mr. Lawrence, you can stand on the X in front of our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And Mr. Socia, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Oh, wait, hold on. Does he have any bond conditions?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So you'll be free to go as well. All right. Stand over there. Okay. Move to our MTRP docket. Mr. Bailiff, would you get Clavania Danae McDowell? Is that on this one? Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah. Need to, Jim. Okay, we're in session and cause number 321160. The case is style of state of Texas versus Parnell Lee Felder. Mr. Felder, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Felder?
I'm doing all right.
That's good, Mr. Felder. I have before me a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. And in this motion, it alleges that in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, on the 15th day of August of 2019, that the court found that the evidence was sufficient beyond a reasonable doubt to support a finding of guilt for the offense of theft, which was a Class A. However, the court deferred adjudication of guilt and placed you on unadjudicated probation for 1 year. In this motion, Mr. Felder, there are 3 allegations that the state is alleging. Now, if the court revokes your unadjudicated probation, and you can face up to 1 year in the county jail as punishment for this Class A misdemeanor. Now, Mr. Felder, is this your first time here on the motion to revoke your probation?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Felder, why don't you give him that judge's explanation? Okay. Mr. Felder. That's the one that has, yeah. Okay, now, Mr. Felder, you've just been handed a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights of Defendant Without an Attorney. Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have 3 options. Number 1, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Number 2, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
And number 3, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
If you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. At the bottom of this document, it states defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney, then you'll put your initials on the first line to the left. If you have already hired an attorney, then you'll put your initials on the line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to apply for court-appointed counsels, then you'll put your initials on the line to the left. If you have already been appointed court-appointed attorney, then you put your initials on the 4th line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to waive my right to an attorney and represent myself, then you'll put your initials on the 5th line to the left. Now, once you finish initialing one of the 5 lines, you will sign where it says defendant, and you will date it today's date, October 8th of 2021. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can, if you want to make your choice now, you can, is there a pen up there?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can use that table. Thank you. Okay. Now, Mr. Felder, you have to fill out a financial, affidavit indigency, which is the financial questionnaire that I mentioned. You can take a seat in the gallery and fill it out, and then when we finish filling it out, we'll call you back up. I'll just keep this right here. Okay, Banks is here. Oh, pro se. Okay, once you get Kendrick Banks.
Well, no, she had to, I just did that because she actually had to. She put away.
Mr. Banks? Okay, we're in session in cause number 326-852, State of Texas versus Kendrick Edward Banks. Mr. Banks, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Mr. Banks, last time you was here, well, looked like you would have hired an attorney.
I was supposed to learn training.
Have you hired that attorney?
No, sir, I caught COVID. I caught COVID like, I want to say like a week and a half after court.
You talking about, you got COVID like in July?
No, after I left it the last time.
Okay.
I ended up catching COVID, and when I caught COVID, I got fired from that job. Like, I couldn't go back to that job.
Okay,
I took too many days off, so I ended up having to find a new job. I found a new job, and I just haven't hired an attorney yet. I just ended up working like, this is my second week.
okay, so you're working on a new job?
I'm on a new job now. This is my second week.
Okay, so you want to still hire an attorney? That's what you're
Yes,
saying? Okay. Reset it for 30 days. Yeah, Mr. Banks, you can stand on the 4X, you get your reset, you'll be free to go. See if Ms. McDowell, she's back. Yeah. That X right there, yeah.
Kendrick Banks?
Okay. Okay, we're in session in cause number 315624. Case of style of State of Texas versus Kivania Danae Banks. Did I pronounce your first name right?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, the Kivania Danae McDowell. Miss McDowell, how are you doing?
Fine.
Okay, now, Miss McDowell, I have before me, well, Miss McDowell, you're here, represented by your attorney, Mr. Scott Rennick. Mr. Rennick, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thank you.
That's good. Mr. McDowell, I have before me a motion to withdraw as counsel that has been filed by your attorney, Mr. Scott Rennick. Have you received a copy of that motion?
Yeah, and I signed the paper like 2 or 3 times or something.
You signed the papers where?
I got papers sent to my house.
Okay, you signed them at your house?
I got some papers that came to my house, that motion to do something, and they asked for a signature, and they put, and it was an envelope that signed it.
Oh, you did?
I don't know what it was
And
for.
I'm not questioning her word on
I
that,
thought it
Judge.
was
We
already
didn't
in.
receive it.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
if she is agreeing to withdraw. it
So,
has to
so,
go
so, you received a copy of the motion withdraw, you understand what's in the motion. And, you are agreeing to allow Mr. Rennick to withdraw, is that correct? Okay. Let's see, the date is the 8th.
And again, Judge, I have no ill will at all toward Ms. McDowell. There's not any animosity between us.
Okay, let's see, 8th of October. Okay, Mr. Rennick, you're released.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, Miss, you excuse,
Thank you, Your
and
Honor.
you have a blessed day.
You too.
Now, I just signed the motion of withdrawal. Here you go. Now, Miss McDowell, could you give her one of these? Okay, Ms. McDowell, you've just been handed judge's explanation of rights to defendants without attorney. As a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Now, Ms. McDowell, do you need to sit down? I see you
I'm okay.
rocking back and forth. Okay. As a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option? You have to speak up.
Yes, sir.
Number two, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Yes.
And number three, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option? If you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you would need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. At the bottom of this document, it reads, defendant's choice, mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney, then you'll put your initials on the first line to the left. If your choice is, I've already hired an attorney, then you put your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to apply for court-appointed counsel, then you put your initials on the third line to the left. If you have already hired or if you have already been appointed a court-appointed counsel, then you put your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to waive my right to an attorney and represent myself, then you'll put your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you finish initialing one of the 5 lines, then you will sign at the bottom where it says defendant, and you will date it today's date, October 8th of 2021. Ms. McDowell, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, you like to make your choice? Okay, Ms. McDowell, you elected to apply for court-appointed counsel. Ms. McDowell, just go have a seat in one of the chairs that have out there in the gallery that have the black and yellow tape on the back. Once we finish, we'll call you back up. Okay. Is, We're in session and cause numbers 317394 and cause number 328368. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Reginald Cole. We have Mr. Cole appearing via Zoom. Mr. Cole? Okay, Mr. Yeah, Mr. Cole, you can take your mic off of mute. Mr. Cole,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. How are you doing?
I'm blessed in yourself, Your Honor.
Blessed as well. Thanks for asking.
Good morning, Mr. Cole.
Good
Mr.
morning.
Cole, okay, Mr. Cole, you're represented here by your attorney, Mr. James Paget. Mr. Paget, how are you doing?
I'm blessed as well.
That's good. Mr. Paget, Mr. Cole's case is set on the court's motion to revoke probation docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
So they talked about your case.
Oh, no, they're not.
They not? Oh,
Well, I don't know, maybe they're.
Yes, Your Honor, just explain it.
Okay, I think he was explaining to him what we had been working on. We've been working on something for quite a few months.
okay, what's the, do y'all have an agreement?
Your Honor, here's the situation. I've been dealing with Mr. Cole's case with Mr. Shearer for some time prior to Mr. Boyd stepping in.
Okay.
So Mr. Boyd has stepped in, and I think we've come to an agreement here. We've been looking for an inpatient drug and alcohol treatment for Mr. Cole, and we've explained this to the court the last few times we're
Right.
here. Since then, I found out that Mr. Cole has really good insurance. So if you would give us like 3 weeks or so, he's going to search out inpatient drug treatment facility on his own through his insurance. And Mr. Shearer thinks that's probably a better idea as well. Because we're kind of,
We would make that a condition of his new, he had a new charge that he had picked up, Your Honor. I believe he's gonna plea on that and make that inpatient a condition of that new probation, as long as he had the insurance to cover it and was able to.
and we verified that he does have the insurance. Now it's just up to Mr. Cole to do the research and get himself a facility close. And they would be making it a condition that he enter and complete drug and alcohol treatment program. as a
Okay.
Condition of the probation.
Okay,
And we're coming to a conclusion here, and both cases are going to be disposed of.
okay.
And I apologize it's taken so long. but
No,
it's been
no,
a
no, I
difficult
mean-
process trying to figure
Well,
this.
He has paid up, Your Honor. He's paid his hours, he's done everything else.
Okay. Could we get a reset date for Mr. Reginald Cole? About 30 days?
That would be, Mr. Cole, within 30 days, you're going to get on that immediately, right?
Yes,
Very good.
yes, sir.
Okay, just hold on, we can
Yes,
get
Your
you.
Honor, no problem. We're just pleased that we're getting some out.
November 19th? Okay, your case is gonna be reset. Mr. Cole, your case is gonna be reset for November 19th. Your reset is gonna be sent
Yes, sir.
to your attorney.
And I'll get it to you.
He'll get it to you. This will conclude your cases. You're free to go. Now, Mr. Cole, again,
Yes, sir.
we'd like to commend you for taking charge of your, the problem that you have with alcohol.
Yes,
We
sir.
know that recovery is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And so, Mr. Cole, the first step in that marathon is to admit that you have a problem, and you have done that. And you are taking steps to alleviate or to solve the problem that you have. And so we know that in a marathon, you may get tired along the way, but you do have some people who will support you. You can lean on them. And Mr. Cole, we like to continue just to encourage you to continue on in your road to recovery.
Yes, sir.
And this will conclude your cases. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You do the same, Your Honor. And thank you, Ms. Paget.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. I'll be contacting you next week.
Okay, thank you, sir. Y'all have a blessed day.
Okay, you have a blessed day as well.
And I have one more.
Yes.
Mr. Patrick, can you co-sign? It just kind of.
Okay, we in session and calls number 321098, case of style of state of Texas versus Rakeem McBean. Okay, this is cause number 321098, state of Texas versus Rakeem Camille McBean. Mr. McBean, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. McBean? All right, now, Mr. McBean, you're here with your attorney, Mr. James Paget. Mr. Gilliam, does the state, not the probation, do they have a recommendation? Okay, Mr. Paget, what is your announcement?
Okay, this is our first appearance. Fortunately, we're making some good headway. This is Mr. Boyd's case. He has made me an offer that I'm certain my client's going to accept.
Let me get,
Okay, sure.
Miss Maxey, could you step?
If you could just stand in for Mr. Boyd, there's nothing fancy going on. Just so that you can wing it. I understand. Okay, I've been made an offer that will make the state happy, and my client is going to be happy about it as well. My client lives in Houston. This is the first time I've got to see him in a while. So if you would allow me like 30 days, let me sit down with him today and go over this offer.
Okay.
This case will be disposed of when we come back.
Okay, we'll reset it. Okay, we need a 30-day reset for Rakeem McBean.
I just want to review the probation report with him. I've received all the discovery now
Okay,
and relay the offer to him.
okay, now, Mr. McBean, your case is going to be reset for 30 days. Your attorney will get a copy of your reset. Once he get a copy of your reset, you'll be free to go. Mr. McBean, you can go out, and step out in the hall. Yeah.
Your Honor, that's my last case. May I be excused?
Yes, you may
after
be
I sign
excused,
this?
Mr. Patrick.
Thank
And you have a blessed day.
You have a blessed
And you have a blessed day as well, Mr. McBean. Which one is that? That's McDowell. Kivanya McDowell. Okay, Mr. McDowell. I just read your affidavit of indigence. Is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. McDowell, based on the information that you provided in this affidavit, you meet the eligibility requirements for the Department of a Court-appointed attorney. And your attorney is going to be Mr. David Grove. Matter of fact, Mr. Grove just came in. Mr. Grove,
Yes, sir.
we just appointed Miss Kivanya McDowell to you. This is her at the bench.
Nadia McDowell.
Kivanya,
Giovanni.
yeah, we'll give you a copy of her information. Ms. McDowell, and this is a motion to revoke probation. Mr. Grove. Okay, Ms. McDowell, just stand on the X right here, and you're gonna follow the directions of our clerk. I didn't see if she was unsworn or not. You gotta stand on that next X over there. And the court coordinator will take care of you. Did we ever get that other guy's stuff? We didn't get Fielder? No, I was looking for, I thought, he's still working. Okay. Cornell Fielder. Okay, yeah, he got more. Okay. Mr. Fielder, I'm looking at your affidavit of indigence that you filled out. Is everything true and correct in this document?
Yes, sir. It varies from like different paid periods from like different hours that I have. Sometimes I get more hours, sometimes I get less, and I'll depend.
Okay, so this is an average of what you make?
Yes, sir.
11:19.
Okay, Mr. Fielder. Just reviewed your information that you provided. You meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment. Okay, and your attorney that's going to be appointed to represent you is Mr. Jack Lawrence. Okay. Okay, Mr. Feldman, stand on the far X in front of the court coordinator. Here you go. I don't think he is. He may, I don't know if he's still in the courthouse or not. He- You say Sharp is ready? Ashley Sharp? Okay.
Number 19, Miss Ed. You're welcome.
We're in session at cause number 326-836, case is style the state of Texas versus Ashley Renee Sharp. Ms. Sharp, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Sharp?
Great, and you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Ms. Sharp. I have before me an information that alleges that on or about July 3rd of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Sharp, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge, Ms. Sharp, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
I'm sorry.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Sharp, I have before me a document. Well, before I go any further, Mr. Grove, do you waive a record in Ms. Sharp's case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Sharp, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. And on this document, there are a set of initials on the second page. The initials are ARAS. On the line next to a box that's checked guilty, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On the third page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there's a signature at the bottom of this document above the line that's titled defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
There are two, excuse me. Okay, Ms. Sharp. Above at the top of this document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there are two boxes that are checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Ms. Sharp, I have before me a document that is titled the trial court certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature
Yes, sir.
on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Ms. Sharp, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I've just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Mostly, yes.
Okay, Mr. Grove, would you please take some time and go over these
No, we-
documents
you
completely
understood
with
what
it?
was on the- what was on the
She said, my question was,
Yes,
did you?
yes, I
No,
did.
no, 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 no. I asked you, my question was,
Listen.
just listen to my question. My question was, did you read, did you read everything that was in this document? Did you read and understand everything that
I
was in
did
this
not read
document?
it. He read it to me and I.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is give you time to take time to read it, okay? Okay, so just, so at this time, okay, now, Mr. Grove, you can just have a seat either in the gallery or outside the courtroom, so we can, so I can give
Yes,
you a
sir.
chance to go over with your client. Hold on a minute. What's your client's name?
Crystal Moore.
Ms. Moore. Okay, this case, the bailiff has informed me that, first of all, Ms. Moore brought some children,
Baby with her.
well, she had 3 kids with her.
She said she didn't have any place to leave her.
I well, I understand, but that's not the issue, is that she said she was on her way to bring one of the kids to the doctor to get tested for COVID. And so if the kid, she's exposed to somebody that has COVID, she's not supposed to be she's supposed to be actually in quarantine, or she should have went to the doctor. So what we're gonna do, we gotta reset this case, because we cannot expose everybody in this courtroom or in the courthouse to someone who may have COVID.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
She
so,
hadn't told me that.
well, that's what you just told the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so that case is gonna get reset, and you can get your reset, and then you'll be free to go.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you're welcome, Mr. Boudreaux.
Just me and Mr. Turk are ready.
Well, we know, just so, well, she's not ready on the paperwork.
Oh, she ain't got paperwork.
Yeah. Before you do that. Oh, hold on. Hold on, before you do that. Miss Moore, would you put your mic on mute?
No, it's not muted.
Okay.
There you go. You just sit there. Everything's gonna be all right.
Thank you. But I wonder if I can. I mean, I'm on Zoom, so I wonder if I can leave. Yeah.
Ms. Moore, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Your bailiff will be giving you your reset. Because she's on Zoom right now. You ready on Sharp?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're back on the record in cause number 326-836, case of style of state of Texas versus Ashley Renee Sharp. Ms. Sharp, earlier, did we have you to swear?
No.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Ms. Sharp, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Sharp, you may put your hand down. Now, Ms. Sharp, since you was not, we're gonna start back over from the beginning. Ms. Sharp, I have before, and Mr. Grove, you will be waiving the record in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Sharp, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about July 3rd of 2020, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Guilty.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Now, Ms. Sharp, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Sharp, are these your initials on the line that's
Yes,
next
sir.
to box checks guilty? And on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature at the top of this document above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line above,
Yes, sir.
on the line that's titled defendant? There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And the second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Sharp, I also have before me a document that is titled discovery certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above this document?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Sharp, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me state's exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer state's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any-
No objection, Your Honor.
No objection, state's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Grove, you've advised in counsel, Ms. Sharp, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
Nothing that I'm aware of, Judge.
And Ms. Sharp, your attorney, Mr. Grove, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Sharp, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement in this
Yes, Your
case?
Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement is for 90 days, probated over 1 year,
Okay.
a $500 fine,
Okay.
60 hours of community service, and a theft class.
Okay. Do you have the judgment on Sharp? Okay. Ms. Sharp, I have before me, the judgment. The state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you will be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 and court costs of $362. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You will also be required to reimburse Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. Your total monthly installments for this offense is $180 per month. Will you be able to pay the $180 each month?
Yes, sir.
You will also be required to perform 60 hours of community service and attend a theft class as a condition of your probation. You will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Ms. Sharp, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Sharp, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Sharp, please stand on the X next to your, next to our court, no, that's the right one. Next to the court coordinator, follow her directions Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
$1,500 cash bond, on the first floor of the county clerk's office. You could go down there and get before you go to probation. Put your right thumb in the blue square, hold it down. That's too far. That's fine. Raise your right hand. Do you swear that you have never before been given the first communication or regular safety for felony or misdemeanor in this city as a state here?
I'm sorry, repeat that. I can't hear.
You swear that you've never been on probation before except for what's listed here?
I've been on deferred probation before.
Yes,
Right.
it's on there. It's on
That's what
there.
it is. And you swear that nothing else is pending?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So directions to probation are on top. This morning, after you get your tax fund back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Rhea Johnson.
Thank you.
Okay, you welcome.
They're not ready at all.
Oh, they're not?
I have 4 to type. No, sir.
Which ones you got ready? We could get
I
started.
don't have any ready.
Oh,
now.
okay.
We debating over here.
We're debating the rules, Judge.
We in session and calls number 330110, case to style of the state of Texas versus Jacob Allen Reed. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Reed?
I'm all right.
That's good, Mr. Reed. I see here, the last time you was here in court, you was given time to hire an attorney.
Yes, sir.
Have you hired your attorney?
Yes and no. I haven't paid him. I've talked to him. I didn't do nothing.
All right, Mr. Hold on. The question is, have you hired your attorney?
No, sir, but I will
You
have-
intending on hiring your attorney? You
Yes,
need
sir.
more time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What we're gonna do, let's reset him. How much time do you need?
I'm paying today.
Okay, we're gonna give you 30 days.
Yes, sir.
Would that be enough time?
Yes, sir. Thank
All right. Stand over there on the X. Your case is gonna be reset. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're in session and calls number 325704, cases style of state of Texas versus Logan Chase Myers. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Myers?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Myers, I think the last time you was here, say you were gonna be hiring an attorney. Have you hired your attorney?
Haven't.
Okay, do you need more time?
A little bit more,
How much time do you need?
couple weeks.
Okay, 30 days, would that be enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give us a reset for Mr. Myers to hire his attorney. Mr. Myers, you could stand on the X. Have we hired? December 3rd. Once you get your reset, Mr. Myers, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Yeah, Sherry Raleigh. We're in session and calls number 325960. Case is style of state of Texas versus Sherry Ellen Raleigh. Is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Ms. Raleigh?
I'm fine.
That's good, Ms. Riley. Last time you was here, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire your attorney. Have you hired an attorney in this case yet?
Yes, sir.
You have?
Ralph Kimler.
Okay. He has not, signed a letter of, representation. Right, Kimler. I see he's on your felony case,
Right, he had said that he was gonna get this switched to the same day as the felony case, but then whenever I talked to my bondsman, he said I was still scheduled for today. so-
Right, right. What we're gonna do, we're gonna reset this case till October 25th. That's when your felony case is set. Is that correct?
I believe it's the
That's-
18th.
Well, I'm looking on the docket. It says October 25th.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna reset it to October 25th. The two cases will be set on the same day. And if Mr. Kimberly is going to represent you, he needs to, he knows what he needs to do, okay? And so stand on the X, the 4X, you're gonna get your case reset. Once you get your case reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. So on that day, you're gonna come here and check in and let us know that you have to go to the felony court. Then when you go to the felony court, when it's finished there, you're gonna come back here to let us know whether or not it's been reset or what happened with it, okay?
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
all right, you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
We have anything?
Start on.
Hold on a minute. So we ready on Johnson? Rhea Johnson? We're gonna need both of y'all up here. Okay, Ms. Johnson? Mr. Adams, you're on two of Ms. Johnson's cases?
You doing his too or all of us?
We're gonna do y'all at, well, you could do, I think yours is, well, we could do his first. Don't make a difference. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're in session in four cases. First case is cause number 319-416. Second case is cause number 323-200. Third case is cause number 324-678. And the fourth case is cause number 324-690-2. All four cases are styled the state of Texas versus Rhea Johnson. Is that your full name? Ms. Johnson, how are you doing? That's good, Ms. Johnson. Would you raise your right hand? Ms. Johnson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Johnson, you may put your hand down. Ms. Johnson, in cause number 324-678 and cause number 324-690-2, you're represented by Mr. Brent Turk. Mr. Turk, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Turk, do you waive a record in Ms. Johnson cases?
We do, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Johnson, in cause number 324-678, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about August 14 of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Johnson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Johnson, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No.
Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked no contendere, which means no contest. Are these your initials? On page 3 of the same document, Ms. Johnson, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature? And Ms. Johnson, I have before me another document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant? There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that? I also have before me, Ms. Johnson, a document that is titled the Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant? Now, Ms. Johnson, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I've just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? State I have before me states exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. You like to offer states exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor. And also states exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit.
Any objections? No objection. States exhibits number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Turk, you advised in counsel, Ms. Johnson, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Judge.
Ms. Johnson, your attorney, the Turk has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Ms. Johnson, are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Maybe sweat that.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Johnson, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
6 months deferred adjudicated probation. There's no fine. 60 hours community service. Death class. And restitution in the amount of $119.41.
119.41.
Yes, sir. To be paid
Payable
to Target.
target.
And that's, they're to run, in this case, to run concurrently.
Okay, CC.
With cause numbers 323-200 and 319-416 and 324-690.
Okay. You have that judgment. Thank you. Ms. Johnson, state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 6 months deferred adjudicated probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine. However, you will be required to pay court costs of $337. You'll also be required to pay restitution in the amount of $119.41 to Target. You will also be required to pay, you will not be required to pay a probation fee in this case. However, you will be required to pay your analysis fee of $15 each month. You'll also be required to reimburse the Jefferson County for the court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. Now, your total monthly installments in this case is $160 per month. Ms. Johnson, will you be able to pay them $160 per month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, you also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. This case will run concurrent with cause number 324690-2, cause number 319416, cause number 323200. And as I said earlier, you'll be required to attend a deaf class and pay restitution in the amount of $119.41 payable to Target. You also have to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Ms. Johnson, do you understand the state's offer in this case?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in this case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Johnson. I will move on to your next case. And the next case is cause number 324690-2. And the information in this case, Ms. Johnson, alleges that on or about September 6th of 2019, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Johnson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Johnson, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Johnson, are these your initials on the line next to the boxes check no continue, which means no contest?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this, there are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes,
The second box states that you're waiving your right to appeal. Do you understand that? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Ms. Johnson, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Above the line is titled defendant. Now, Ms. Johnson, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents that I just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. You like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor. State would also offer a state's exhibit to the probable cause.
You have any objections? No objections. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. And Mr. Turkey, advising counsel, Ms. Johnson, is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent in this case?
No, Judge.
And Ms. Johnson, Mr. Turk is advising counsel to you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation in this case?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Johnson, I would accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And state, do we have a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
6 months deferred adjudication,
Okay,
no fine,
okay.
60 hours community service,
6 hours, community service,
theft class,
yeah.
and restitution, $211.88.
It's 21188
Yes, Your Honor, to be paid to Target.
Target, okay.
In this case, will run concurrently with cause numbers 324,
324
678,
678
and then 323,
323
200,
200
319,
319
416.
416. Okay. Okay, Ms. Johnson, the state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. During this 6 months deferred adjudicated probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine in this case. However, you will be required to pay court costs of $292. You also be required to pay restitution of $211.88. You will not be required to pay a probation fee. However, you will be required to pay a year analysis fee of $15. And you'll be required to report the court-appointed attorney's fees of $50. Now, your total monthly installments in this case is $130 per month. Ms. Johnson, will you be able to pay the $130
Yes, sir.
per month? And Ms. Johnson, you also be required to perform 60 hours of community service in this case, and you will be required to pay restitution, as I said earlier, $211.88 to Target. You attend a theft class as a condition of your probation. In this case, will run concurrent with cause number 319-416, cause number 323-200, cause number 324-678. And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Ms. Johnson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Johnson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Where did Mr. Adams go?
Right here.
Okay. It's stuck. And Ms. Johnson, you have two more cases, and in these cases, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. Langston Adams.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Adams, do you waive a record in Ms. Johnson cases?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Johnson, in cause number 319-416, I have an information before me that alleges that, okay, beginning on June 16 of 2018 and continuing through on or about June 22nd of 2018, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Johnson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Johnson, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No comment.
Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Johnson, I have before me a document that is titled the Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Johnson, are these your initials on the second line next to a box that's checked no contingent, which means no contest?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, Ms. Johnson, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature? And on the next document is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a discovery certificate? Okay. Okay. Ms. Johnson, I also have before me a document that is titled the discovery certification. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Johnson, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I've just mentioned, did your attorney, Mr. Adams, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge? State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit 1 and State's Exhibit number 2,
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections, Mr. Adams?
No.
I'm sorry.
That's State's Exhibit number 2. No objections, State's Exhibit number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Adams, you've advised and counsel Ms. Johnson, is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, nothing.
Ms. Johnson, your attorney, Mr. Adams, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, I will accept your plea of no contest, I will find that you're mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waiver was freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It's 6 months deferred adjudication.
Okay.
There's no fine,
Okay,
60 hours
okay,
community service,
okay,
depth class, restitution in the amount of $1,137
that's
and
$1,137
and 94 cents
94 cents.
to be paid to Walmart.
Walmart.
In this case, is to run concurrently with cause number 323-200, 324-678, and 324-690-2.
Okay. Ms. Johnson, the state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. And during the 6 months deferred adjudicated probationary period, you'll be required to, you will not be required to pay a fine. However, you will be required to pay court costs of $337. You'll also be required to pay restitution in the amount of $1,137.94 to Walmart. You also be required, in this case, to pay a probation fee of $60, and your total amount of monthly installments is $370 per month. Ms. Ruth Johnson, will you be able to pay the $370 per month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, you also be required to attend a theft class as a condition of this probation. And this case will run concurrent with cause number 323-200, cause number 324-678, cause number 324-690-2. You'll be required to perform 60 hours of community service, and you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Ms. Johnson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Let me do this here. I don't know if I asked him that. Now, Mr. Adams, you advised that counsel, Ms. Johnson, is there any evidence that you're currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None.
Ms. Johnson, your attorney, Mr. Adams, is advising counsel, are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Johnson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Johnson, we have one more case. And that case is cause number 323-200. And in this case, Ms. Johnson, the information alleged that on or about May 16 of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Johnson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Johnson, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Johnson, I also have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishments. And do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Johnson, are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature? And on the next document, which is trial court certification, defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
And there are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Johnson, I also have before me a document that is titled the Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant? Ms. Johnson, these documents that I have just mentioned that you signed and initialed, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonished for state. You like to also offer State's Exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No.
No objection. State's Exhibit 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Adams, you advised and counsel Ms. Johnson in this case as well. Is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None.
Ms. Johnson, your attorney, Mr. Adams has advised and counsel you in this case as well. Is there any, are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
6 months deferred adjudication,
Okay,
no fine,
okay,
60 hours community service,
6 hours, okay,
death class,
okay, death class,
restitution in the amount of $143.91.
143, 143, 91?
Yes, sir, to be paid to Walmart.
Walmart,
And that's to run concurrently.
CC with
Clause numbers 319,
319,
416,
416,
324,
324,
678,
678,
and 324,
324,
690.
690-2.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Johnson, the state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. Now, during this 6-month deferred adjudicated probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine. However, you will be required to pay a court cost of $337. You will also be required to pay restitution in the amount of $143.91 to Baltimore. You will not be required to pay a probation fee in this case. Your total monthly installments in this case is $115. Bless you. Would you be able to pay the $115?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You will also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. You will be required to attend a deaf class as a condition of this probation. This case will run concurrent with cause number 319, 416, and cause number 324, 678, and cause number 324, 690-2. And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Ms. Johnson, do you understand this? The state's offer.
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Johnson, if you successfully complete your probation in, your deferred adjudicated probation in this case, you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorneys about non-disclosure. They are quite competent in those matters. Ms. Johnson, please stand on the X and follow the directions of our court clerk. Once you finish following the directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And you'll be free to go as well, Mr. Turk, and you have a blessed day.
Did I have?
Yeah, I know you got,
It shouldn't be long.
yeah,
You have two.
well,
I know, you have two. So,
yeah, 2 cases.
Yeah, and we got POs here
Go
too.
ahead and sign again,
We signed it.
Yeah, let me do this here. Mr.
and then I'll get yours. Okay. And what I need for you.
Yeah. Who's the prosecutor?
Mr. Allen,
Has he responded?
I've sent him 3 text messages. And I'm in court, you need to call me back immediately. Judge is waiting on your call. That was at 10:15. I sent him another message. You need to call before the judge issues a warrant for your arrest. And then that was at 10:23, and I just sent him one at 10:42. I'm waiting on your call. Now, when I talked to him this morning, in all fairness to him, seemed like he was physically really struggling. So,
Okay, well, let me do this here. We don't necessarily do our bond forfeit until like 4 o'clock. And so we'll give you some time to see if he make contact with you. I mean, he can appear, like I say, telephone, Zoom, and you could do the same. So you just keep the court informed. We still
I
in
will. I hate
session.
to punish him if
Well, we haven't even got there yet. So we're at this point, we're gonna see if he's gonna, be able to make contact with you. Okay,
I will. Thank you, Your Honor. May I be
Okay.
excused?
yes, you may.
Sorry about the.
Let's see. Announcement, MTRP. That's Matt Patrick Thomas. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 324610.
You got a court reporter or not?
Okay, let's, if we can get a court reporter. Okay. We gotta, we're gonna call y'all back up, just have a seat.